talking about Eleider Alvarez versus Pascal. Went down tonight. This is my post-fight video to that. And this was my first time watching Eleider Alvarez, man. You know, the guy's a pretty solid dude, man. The guy is really, really solid. And it was a pretty entertaining fight. For the most part. There were little spots in there where it was pretty dry. Little gaps in entertainment there because both of these guys are counterpunchers. All right, so the problem when you're watching two counterpunchers fight is they're constantly waiting for opportunities to land a counterpunch, okay? But if you have two counterpunchers waiting for a counterpunch opportunity, then you have a lot of downtime in the fight. But one thing about it, though, is when they did decide to actually punch and fight, it was very entertaining. You know, they would go at it, they would land shots, and the shots that they would land would be punishing. You know, it was one of those kind of breathtaking fights in general, you know. So it was that kind of thing. But, other than that, I mean, this was my first time watching the Eleider Alvarez fight, and for the most part, I'm pretty impressed with the guy. When he first came into the fight, I was like, man, this guy got skills. I was very impressed, but as the fight drug on, I had some problems with what he was doing in the fight. Like, for example, he wasn't stepping on the gas like how he should have. Pascal, I mean, I understand his style. He's like one of those ambush style fighters where he kind of, he's a little bit beyond the counter puncher in the aspect of he'll wait for and he'll take a whole lot of punishment and just wait for the ideal opportunity to land his one or two shots. Okay, and for the most part, it's very effective because the shots that he'll land, he has it timed so well that he usually ends up hurting his opponents with those one or two shots. But still, man, aside from that bullshit, Eleider Alvarez, he should have been a lot busier, man. He should have been a lot more. He was very active with the jab. Don't get me wrong. He was active in spots, but with Pascal laying up on the ropes like that, as often as he was, as non-active as Pascal was on those ropes, Eleider Alvarez should have been hitting him a lot more. You know what I mean? But that was the only real problem I had with Eleider Alvarez. Other than that, I mean, he displayed some wonderful skills in the ring. The guy's jab is just, he really put on a boxing lesson for the fans about the jab. He showed all kinds of different jabs. And he was feinting a lot, and he was mixing up the timing of that jab, which was beautiful. So I was really impressed with this guy's boxing skills. But to me, he's just not aggressive enough. And to me, I saw a few flaws in his style, okay? I saw that anytime Pascal wanted to attack him, anytime Pascal went on the offensive, Eleider Alvarez didn't really know how to react, okay? He would get hit. Anytime Pascal decided to actually throw fucking punches, Eleider Alvarez got hit. So, it's clear. Honestly, I think that if Pascal was just more busy, he would have won the fight, because every time he thought to throw punches, he would land. So that's a major flaw I see with Eleider Alvarez, and I can see him being beaten, at that top level. Adonis Stevenson, Andre Ward, Sergey Kovalev. These guys can be very aggressive throughout the entirety of the fight. So if you can't handle that aggressive nature, then you're going to have some problems. So I could see Eleider Alvarez having some problems in there with Stevenson and these other guys. So, but all in all, man, I mean, it was a good performance by Eleider Alvarez. He definitely won the fight. I was a little worried that he was going to get robbed, though. I ain't going to lie. Pascal was doing little things where he would kind of flurry at the end, and he would land some shots here and land some shots there. And I was like, man, Eleider needed to be trying to knock him out because, he could easily fuck around and lose. All right. And we saw the scorecards at the end of the fight. The scorecards, I believe one judge had it a draw. You know what I mean? So that goes to show you, he could have fucked around and lost very easily. He was right there in Canada. He could have lost that shit. Them people up there love Pascal. So, I was a little worried that didn't happen. I'm glad the judges got it right, though. I'm glad that Eleider Alvarez won. He deserved a victory, and he put on a good boxing clinic, okay? So congratulations to Eleider Alvarez on but maintaining his mandatory status for Adonis Stevenson's WBC light heavyweight championship of the world. Okay, so with all that being said, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Hit it up in the comment section below. You can also hit me up on Twitter, Box Capital X or Capital X Die. You can hit me up on Facebook, Box -sign or -sign Die. Like the video, subscribe, all that bullshit. But until next time, it's your boy D Dynamite signing out. Holla at your motherfucking boy.